When you're involved in a car collision, it's important that you immediately have your car, or as soon as possible, have your car examined for any defects in the car. There might be something wrong with your car that you don't know about because of this collision that could create greater danger and greater exposure to your own safety. There's a couple different paths that can be taken in order to get your car fixed. In any motor collision case, you have to inform your insurance company of the accident. It's easiest and cleanest to first go through your own insurance company, and then they can do the heavy lifting of going after the other individual's insurance company to get reimbursed and to get your deductible reimbursed. Now, there's some people who have a problem paying their initial deductible. In that situation, we work very hard to try to get the other party to take responsibility and to pay the money as quickly as possible. So there's really two different routes depending on each individual potential client's situation and their desires. Typically in an auto accident, the car repair cost is going to get covered by either your own insurance company or the other party's insurance company. It's really going to be driven by which insurance companies are you dealing with, what kind of insurance do you have, and what your deductible is. If your car's totaled out, you end up being in a very difficult spot. You're never going to get full value for the value of your car when it gets totaled out. The insurance companies use Blue Book value. They also will pull some advertisements to show what different cars are selling, but it never properly reimburses you for the value of your car. You're not entitled to a jury trial over the value of your car. You're only entitled to an arbitration. Arbitration is very difficult to win. You just have an individual, one person making a decision on the value of your car, and it's rarely worth the cost and time of fighting over that. An individual who has been injured in an auto accident is entitled to receive damages for both non-economic and economic injuries. The economic injuries would be things like medical bills, both past and future, lost wages, anything that really you can put a hard number on that is a loss, a damage. The non-economic damages are more difficult to quantify because there's not a hard number that attaches to each one. This is really where it's important to know the individual story, know who they were before the accident and how the accident has changed them after. And the non-economic damages are one of those things that is very difficult for people to articulate, and it's very difficult for people to understand and appreciate who haven't been involved in a injury case. But it's one of the things that we work really hard on in learning the client's story, learning how this accident has affected them, and explaining to a jury or an adjuster or wherever we have to why this case is different than the other 100 cases that they're dealing with. Why is this case, the non-economic value of this case, so high? When a person can get compensated after an auto accident is largely determined by how serious their injuries are. We don't want to resolve a case until we have a real good idea that the injuries someone has suffered are what we call permanent and stationary, or at least we know what those injuries are going to look like when they are permanent and stationary, because you can't properly evaluate a case until you know how bad the accident has affected the client. So it could be anywhere from 4 months to 4 years, really. If you're hit by an uninsured driver, don't panic. We take a look at your insurance policy, and when you look at your insurance policy, most policies carry a section that says uninsured or underinsured coverage. The first place you look is there to make sure that you have underinsured or uninsured coverage, and to see what the amount is, to see if it's something that's actually going to help you or something that's just barely going to get you by. If you've been injured and you need an attorney, call Case Barnett Law at 949-861-2990 or visit our website at casebarnettlaw.com.